Hello, I'm Jaspreet, and this is the third video on communication skills based on book How to Win Friends and Influence People. So, as I'm again going through the book, I have learned a few more lessons from the book. So, let's start with that. When we meet people, we when we want to get something from people, we must start by appreciating them. We can appreciate their knowledge, we can appreciate their achievements, we can appreciate something in them. We have to learn to start by appreciation. Consider when you are about to enter a room or meet someone, you have a lot of time to think over what you can speak. So utilize that time while you are walking to meet someone. That is very important time. You can use that to craft good starting words. The way you start, it's create the environment, it creates the aura, how people will perceive you and respond to you and communicate, and then the results will follow based on all these aspects. So if while walking to the someone, if you can practice in your mind some good things, recall some good features, good things about the next person, how something he behaves right, something he speaks well, something which connects with you, something you appreciate or you are jealous of maybe. So you find out something good in that person and you practice, you will start on the positive note. And you can use English as medium also, because sometimes we hesitate in speaking in English, but when we are about to start to speak or when we are just entering the room, so we have ample time to figure out our starting words in English. So when we start by appreciating, sir, I appreciate your skills, I appreciate your knowledge, I appreciate your expertise on this subject, and based on that understanding, I want to discuss on this. So you are discussing, you are inviting someone for sharing information with you, for suggesting how that person can help you get what you want. Okay. See, understand that we all love buying. We all love, say, iPhone. But can you recognize how iPhone advertises itself in a way that it's a premium, it's something that you require, that you need to have, how it creates an impression in your mind that you want to buy, and it do not see things as Apple wants to sell you something, you want to buy an Apple product. So that thing you have to learn to create, that people want to work with you, people want to give you what you want as if they wanted to give it to you. So that eager desire you have to create in others. It's like inspiring a child to do something for you. Consider you are sitting with your son or daughter and you start speaking, and in 30 seconds what they say, stop papa, stop mama. Why? Means they cannot bear you even for 30 seconds. How did this happen? So what we are learning is that how we can communicate that next person wants to listen to you, and rather they are eager and excited to help you get what you want in return from them. So that is the lessons which I got from these from this book, and this is what I want to share with you. So the first thing I shared is utilize your time when you are about to meet someone, how you will start the interaction, and what you are doing is that you are appreciating something in them and then inviting them to discuss with you something regarding that. Okay, you start with a topic of importance to both of you. Plus you can also let other person speak out their mind. What happens is, this is also very important point. Now when people speak something, suppose they are doing something wrong, like someone will say, this is written in this book, and I know that this is not written in that book. Okay, but then will I speak that no, you're wrong? Because the moment you say you are wrong, it's the end game, it's end of story. Because consider it like the criminals sitting in the jail across the world are unable to bear what they did was wrong. They were right in killing someone, they were right in doing what did they do, and even in the jail, in their solitude, they are unable to come in terms with that fact that what they did was wrong. So compare them, we are normal people, how can we admit we are wrong? So let people be wrong, because you must realize that your interest is in getting what you want, rather your interest is in that next person gives you what you want, and then you have to give them what they want. What do any normal human being want? A normal human being wants to be appreciated, to be liked, to be trusted. These are the key requirements for any human being, and this is not for now, this is times immemorial. Okay, these remain same since time immemorial. Even when I'm speaking to you, that people want to be liked, they want to be respected, they want to be trusted. So can you see that this is common to all? It is not exclusive to some. So when you give them all these things, what happens is, if even if they're wrong, you say, okay, it might be written in that book, but it's a good point that they are sharing. So you get what they are sharing from the perspective of that you want to know more. Okay, suppose let's break it down into an example. I go to a Toyota showroom to buy a car, and for last suppose 10-15 years I was driving a Ford car. So now as I enter the Toyota, I say I have been driving Ford and I love its build quality and its unique features. And immediately the salesman say, no sir, Ford is not that good. Toyota is even better. Now, a person convinced against his will is of the same opinion still. So the more the salesman tries to make me believe that Toyota is better than Ford, the more time will be wasted, and I will still be of the opinion that Ford is Ford. Okay, and I like it. So now, instead of wasting all this time, what if a salesman use this technique that we have to agree with people, even if they are wrong, even if we know they are wrong, we still need to agree with them. This is a very big lesson. Okay, if in this complete video, if you take only this lesson and ignore everything else, it will do magic in your life. The lesson is, suppose I speak as a customer that Ford is very good car, and the salesman agrees with me, yes, Ford makes unbeatable quality. Suppose in India manufacturing could have been continued by Ford, it would have been great. I have driven Ford myself and I love that car. Suppose salesman says like this, then what will happen? Now it's end of conversation relating to Ford. Okay, we are on same page. I was driving it for 10 years, I was happy customer of Ford, and salesman also agrees with me, and this is the end of discussion. And now salesman can proceed with the features, qualities, and what Toyota brings to the marketplace. So can you see, by agreeing with me, the salesman was able to pitch more on the benefits of Toyota, and I was open minded to listen to those Toyota benefits, because salesman, instead of arguing with me, chose to listen to me in spite of I may be wrong, according to his judgment, according to his findings, according to all the research work which he has already done. He can bring notes to me, he can show me 1 hour presentation, he can do anything, but all those things could have wasted time and I would have been of the same opinion still. So instead of convincing me against what I already believe, he agreed with my beliefs and then proceeded to share something else, then proceeded to get me more information about Toyota also, instead of arguing that Ford is not that good. So now, in the similar fashion, what we can learn is, instead of saying people that you're wrong at that, you are saying it wrong, you're doing it wrong. If we can avoid that, especially in public also, if you are speaking in front of other people, you are wrong, then consider it to be a disaster plan. So now we understand that saying you are wrong will not work, arguing will not work. So what we do is we are coming to understanding because we want results. So with the intent to get whatever we want out of our conversation, out of our relationship, out of our just being around with each other. So what we are learning is that suppose if I was that person, which that person if he or she is, and I have also gone through similar life experiences from child till this point of time in life. So I might have also been like him, or I might have also be person thinking like him. Suppose a person has been cheated multiple times because of any reason. So how will he perceive small details also? How will he perceive a good communicator? He will feel that this is a trap to get me into something. So in this way what we are learning is that we have to avoid getting into an argument. We have to avoid saying the next person is wrong. We need to learn to give everyone a place, a comfortable place where they can be whosoever, whatsoever they want to be. Okay, it's like helping people retain their goodwill in the marketplace. Okay, you let people retain their goodwill and accountability in the marketplace. You let people be. Okay, you let people save their face instead of showing their true colors, instead of bringing out the truth, because truth is ugly. Nobody wants truth. Everybody wants results. Okay, truth is money is only piece of paper, but will that work? Can that bring you food on the table? So money is an imaginary instrument. Okay, we personally chose to believe in, and then since everyone around us is believing the same things, so we are able to utilize it as a tool to get what we want. So we create an imaginary world where everybody can be right. In imagination, everyone is right from where they are, from their perspective, how they see life. And when we let people be, when we agree with them, what we are agreeing to is that looking at who you are, whatever you are saying is right from your perspective, where have you been in your life. So here the right word is being sincere in our listening. We are listening not with intent to correct the next person. This is the not the right time. When you listen with intent to correct them, mend them, then listening is becomes a futile activity. Okay, so now what we are doing is that when we listen, we actually listen with intent to understand their world, how they perceive life, how they see things around us. Okay, and with that knowledge, with that understanding, we can get into their world, we can be part of them, and then help them get us what we want from them, what we want from this relationship, what we want from this life. So in that perspective and from that point of view, what we are learning in this long or short video is that the number one lesson which you need to carry with you is that you have to avoid an argument. You have to avoid saying you are wrong directly or indirectly. Okay, you let people speak out what they believe in, what is true for them. Okay, and you sincerely, genuinely try to understand their perspective on life, on things, on the way they believe in things. And now suppose someone says this person is wrong, this is bad, he should not do this, he should do that, and I am agreeing with that also. Yes, from a certain point of view this is also correct. From certain point of view this is also correct. What's the problem in it? Or maybe someone can say, Jasprit, you should not make videos like this, and I can 100% relate to that point of view, as I was of the same opinion, and that is why I did not create this video before this point of time? Maybe maybe so where we are heading towards is from the book How to Win Friends and Influence People. One lesson is avoid argument at all costs. Listen with intent to enter their world. Understand how they see and perceive things, and not with intent to correct them right away. So now then what then when will we get what we want from this? Okay. So you will get what you want from this automatically. How will you get it? Magically. How can this be possible? So let's understand, when we let people be who they are, speak their truth, what they believe in, and you agree with them from their perspective, then now you can invite them that I agree with you on this thing that can be possible, and I want to share something else with you also. What I have found, I want to share my perspective also. May I share it? So now you are asking them with their due permission, you can share your world with them too. So now when you have listened, understood their world, and then you share your world with their permission only, and not directly, you're wrong, you should do this like this only, then they will see things from your perspective, and chances of their doing what you want them to do will be higher. So yeah, your rate of getting what you want from others will increase. Can that number increase to 100%? Might not, because their world, we are understanding their world to understand whether this is the right person to give me what I want from him. Else I can get that what I want from someone else. Are there any limitation on number of people around us? No, there are so many people. We can get what we want. We are free. They are free. So when we understand their world, we know to what extent they can help us in getting what we want. And believe me, they will also try to do their best to get us what we want from this relationship. Now it's up to you to try practices. How you will practice it? By listening to people, by appreciating them. You have to meet people with intent to appreciate something in them genuinely. Then you need to be able to listen to them. You need to be able to ask right questions, and you need to be able to get right results because you applied these principles practically in your life. So, all the best. That's all for the day. And I hope you will be able to utilize this lesson. And if you get the benefit, or maybe not, I still want you to comment something, comment your views on this. So, with when you will try to comment and elaborate or suggest something more to me, or to add to this video, or to just generally make people aware, to add to the community of good communicators, in that process you will automatically, magically become better. That's all for the day. Enjoy. All the best. Take care.